It's time to go live, you guys. Alright? Hope that you guys can see this. Oh my god. There we go. This is when the phone starts being interesting. Okay, here we go. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to be doing another painting here live for you guys. My name's Jose Trujillo. I'm going to be showing you guys one of the many ways that I do painting. Oh, there's my love. Baby, I'll be home in a little bit. I know you miss this good-looking man. Alright, guys. So here we go. My son's like screaming over there in the other room. He's playing what is that thing that kids play? I forgot the name of the game. Fortnite. Okay, so I'm gonna do a tree for you guys. I hope that you guys can see this. Here we go. This is my horizon line, of course. And the reason I picked one tree is because I've been itching to do one tree for a long time. It's kind of difficult to do if you're doing, it's not difficult, but it's a little bit different. If you're doing oil on canvas, you sort of have to wait till things dry. It's a little different if you're doing paintings when it's called a la prima, right? In one take. Or if you're a plein air artist. And I've been itching to do this tree for quite some time now. This tree has been calling my name. I sound super real. This tree has been calling my name. And I want it to be minimalist. One of the reasons why I love minimalism. Minimalism means that you create composition. You create, certain rules. But you also strive for simplicity. So it's a dance. Hey, thank you so much, Kyle. I appreciate that. It's a dance between trying to make things somewhat realistic, not too much where you're not where you don't get lost, because it's very easy to get lost in realism, but you want to keep some simplicity in there. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to do a little bit of outline. And the reason for this outline, if you guys haven't seen my other videos of my acrylics on paper, the reason for this outline is just to kind of establish things a little bit more. Not too much, but enough to recognize that we have something here going on. We went beyond the graphite. We went beyond the pencil. Okay, we've gone beyond the pencil into paint now. And we'll get back to pencil. We'll get back to pencil. But for now, I'm just trying to establish. I got some brushes right here. And what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to be very bold with color here, with paint. Okay. I'm going to be working also on some black and white paintings because I know that you guys have asked me, at least a few of you have asked me on black and white paintings, some monochromatic works also. So I will be sharing with you guys some of that, some of those juices. Then again, I love painting, I love suggesting what's happening as opposed to telling the full story. It's a very suggestion, right? I'm trying to suggest what's happening. It's a bit of a, there's a little difference when you suggest than when you tell the whole story. There's a different vibe happening. Okay, and some paper. In my new studio, guys, I'm going to show you guys how I'm handling the paint and everything because I have more room to do that. So please be patient. I will show you every step of the way. And then I'm going to mix this. It's sort of a blue-brown. It's very cool. It's not so much blue-brown. You'll see right now. It's sort of like an olive. Sort of like an olive. And again, I'm putting brush strokes, but I have to very fast move, okay? I have to move very fast because I don't want to lose it. Okay? I don't want to lose it. By saying I don't want to lose it, I'm trying to say if it's too what's the word? If it's overstated, I may end up losing it. So I'm being very careful not to lose it. I want it to be a tree, but I don't want to overstate it. Right? I don't want to overstate it to the point where I can lose it. One of the ways that I achieve that is by being a bit translucent when I'm creating the artwork. Painting it with a bit of translucency. Okay, you can see through the paper. You can see through the paint into the paper. And this is one of the reasons why I don't like to prime my papers when I do this type of work. Okay, some people love priming the paper when they're doing this type of work. I don't. And I used to prime them. I still prime them for different stuff, but I don't prime it for this specific paper because I want the translucency to work in my favor. I want to be able to paint and for you to see I'll show you right now in the close-up, to see the drawing in the back, right? The line work, the pencil, and on and on. I want to be able to have that played in there. And it's very difficult to create it if I'm not careful. So I'll leave it some places and then I'll take it, I'll move it. It's a little game, you know, it's a little game. I like to do this as if I am doing watercolor. It's a little game. It's almost as if I'm doing a watercolor. And now I'm going to take some of that color and I'm going to bring it to the floor, right, to the foreground. All of the stuff that I do is to suggest. I'm trying to suggest that something is happening here. It's almost like painting also with palette knife, right? But and when I have a little bit more time, I like to bring out the metallics with this type of work. Metallics look wonderful with this type of work. I really enjoy it. I might just bring them out now in white. I mentioned it. I'm not going to do it. So here we go. Let me get some metallics. And these are just regular craft metallics. It's not like I'm going to go and put some silver or gold leafing like Gustav Klimt did. Okay? Just to you can use just about any. You can use craft paint. You can use different type of stuff to just whatever you use. Make sure to understand that with metallics you can't you can, I guess, but you can't really put it too soft, too thin. I mean, so wherever I'm going to put metallics, I have to understand that first, the place has to almost be dry, okay, in order for the metallic to really work in my favor. And two, it's going to take a couple of coats. Metallic just works that way. So wherever I'm going to put metallic, I'm going to have to remember right now. in order to really get the whole thing, you know, I'm going to put a line right here. It's going to be actually a bold one. And maybe a thin one right here for decorative purposes. Thank you so much, Precious Art 43. Yeah, I'm painting a tree. Let me try it. There you go. I'm painting a tree with acrylics and graphite on paper, and I'm using a bit of metallic now. If you can see, like right there and right there and right here, some gold metallic paint. So, for the gold metallic paint, again, to work, for the effect to happen, I have to let it dry and then come back to that. So while that's drying, I'm going to come out with the white. I want to use some white. And if you mix a little bit of the metallic, which I won't do with the white, you'll create a very nice pearl, if that's your cup of tea. What I want to do is to start creating a bit of an outline right here. Okay? With the white. I can even bring the white over here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a little bit of the white and the blue, and I'm going to suggest maybe even a little darker blue, so we can suggest that something is happening. What I love about acrylics is that you can, they're very forgiving. They're very forgiving, and it makes the whole thing even funner to work with, you know, because of how forgiving they are. Yeah, totally. A new lesson. And make it a bit atmospheric, no? So that we can add some, make it a little atmospheric, a little bit poetic. Any painting for me that has all the information is, even if it's done to what do you call it? Even if you're like a master realist or a master abstract painter or whatever, if you put all of the information, some people go to lengths to put all the information. I've been very guilty of that. What happens is that you don't allow for the mind to play. You know, the mind wants to play. The mind wants to play with the painting. The mind wants to sort of discover the painting. And if you put all the information, you stop the mind from doing that. And I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a very big fan of that. I mean, we can go as back as any of the great artists. Think of any artist. Rembrandt was a master at everything, right? And also about not putting all the information. He was very good. He was very, very wise when it came to painting. He didn't put all of the information in there. He knew to do that, and I think as artists we can learn a lot from that. You know, that cat knew what he was doing. He wasn't trying to impose the information. He sort of allowed you to find it yourself. You know, you have to find the information. Another one that did that was Caravaggio. Dali did that very well too. He wanted you to look for the information. What I mean by information, I mean the whole thing. I'm not just talking about the photographic or photorealistic aspects of the painting. I'm talking about the composition of the painting. Sometimes certain artists, whether it was true or not, so an artist like Caravaggio, whether it was true or not that he was using some form of camera oscura or lucida, as it's said about Vermeer as well, this cat didn't give you all the information. You know, especially those guys who were extremely good at what they were doing. They used realism because realism was the thing of their time, but they were extremely poetic in the delivery. The proportions of Caravaggio, the figurative proportions were not, they've done studies that they don't make sense. Some figures are bigger in the background than in the foreground. And people are trying to explain why that is. And there's a lot of theories of him using mirrors and cameras and different techniques. Probably true. I don't doubt. You know, he was an artist of his time, and that was a tool of the time. But the thing is that he would not, I don't think he would have done that by accident. I don't think it was an accident that he would paint in such a way that it looked like he was, that he had missed what he was doing. Or maybe he did, who knows? Who the hell knows? I wasn't there. Let's hide some of the parts. Let's not be too obvious about it. All right, and now I'm going to go back with the gold. You know what, just before going back to the gold, I want to make it obvious that I was here. These pieces, by the way, look fabulous, fantastic behind the glass on their frame. Something a little bit more fun in there. And here we go again with the gold. Something like that. If it doesn't have a little bit of gold, I don't feel like I've done my job. I don't want so much brush stroke right here. There we go. Not so much. Too much brush stroke, then why do acrylic? All right, guys. So there you have it. This is a tree. I wanted to paint this. Man, I've been wanting to paint this for a while. I'm so glad I got to do it. Here's a painting. It measures 30 by 40 inches. Let me give you guys a little close up to it. So this is one of the reasons why I like doing this sort of translucent, transparent layers, water down. I love when the drawing in the background comes up. So there's a mixture of some of the drawing that I did later on, and then there's some that it's in the background, right? And I like that play. So thank you so much, guys. I hope that you guys enjoy this little segment with me painting here. I'll talk to you guys soon again. I'll share some more of my work, and be awesome, all right? Take care. Bye-bye.